Reed.
Hi, I'm Emerson King.
I'm Nicholas Reed.
And I'm Taylor. Yeah. Emerson. What happened?
Teams have figured out how to beat I guess I shouldn't say how to beat, but how to play well against Oklahoma. And Oklahoma has a lot of things to work out on the offensive side of the ball. And I'll leave it at that for now.
Who would have thought 16 points would win this game? 16 points. There was one touchdown scored by Oklahoma, and that was
It's on the
first
first
drive.
possession.
And then West Virginia scored a touchdown on their first possession. Guys, this offense is pretty. This is a pond water offense. I can't think of an offense as bad as this for a while. We've been kind of spoiled, but I mean, what really comes to my head is 2009. I mean, a badass defense, but a shit offense. But dude, they can't do anything on offense. I don't know what. It's the play calling, it's the execution, it's the offensive line,
thing.
it's the quarterback, it's everything. It's everything.
It all looks bad, and they're not organized at all. And it's like they have no faith still in the run game, and no one's blocking, and Rattler's still trying to roll to his right, and the fans are getting pissed off.
See, did you hear that, Emerson, in the game when they were chanting, "We want Caleb"?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, they were chanting it like all of the second half. They were chanting it for like 3 quarters.
Well,
almost.
They were chanting it when he threw an interception, I think. Yeah. And see, like this is.
And Lincoln said in the post game that was a wrong route, so that wasn't even Spencer's fault apparently.
Well, it was tipped anyway, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah,
that was a crazy play.
Okay, well, yeah, Oklahoma's pissed me off this year, and I've had more pain and misery watching them in 4 games. Yeah, we're 4-0, whatever. But, that's... We want Caleb. That's personal shit right there. Come on. Do you guys agree with me or disagree with me?
I mean, for your home crowd to totally, turn against you, yeah.
I mean, that's...
I get
that's
that.
kind of...
That's pretty shitty, yeah.
That definitely sucks. But I also understand from the fans' perspective that, you want to see changes. I know it's not all Rattler's fault, and he needs to play better, but
dude,
I got to figure something out on his offense.
I don't know. Dude, I'm telling you. Go ahead, Emerson.
I just with the chanting thing, I mean, yeah, I can see the frustration and everything, but he's a freshman quarterback. You really think a freshman quarterback is going to come in and play any better against West Virginia's defense? And at this point, it's already too late in the season to even, get him in to start, let alone a couple packages, so.
Well,
that's unrealistic, and it's just going to be detrimental to Spencer Rattler's psyche in the game. I mean, maybe it won't. Maybe that's why he did end up having a nice drive to end the game and win it. But I mean,
6 for 6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that what he? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he completed the last 9 passes in a row over the last 2 drives. So
yeah, and I know he can do it. I really do. And honestly, we were talking last night. Emerson, would you take Spencer Rattler or Landry Jones?
I would probably go with Spencer Rattler just because Nick said this last night. Spencer's more talented, but Landry played a lot better. But Landry also had
Ryan
4
Broyles
years in the system or whatever.
Kenny Stills.
Yeah, and he had Ryan Broyles, and the offensive line didn't suck.
Yeah. But guys, Think about this for a second, okay? We're sitting at 4-0. We could drop 2 L's in the next 2 weeks back to back. Easy.
I think Texas has our number.
Dude.
That's going to be a rough game. I think we can manage against K-State. We got to play well, for sure. But I think Texas is going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be fists are swinging. And that one's got me nervous. And it always seems like OU kind of struggles on a first-year Texas coach.
God damn it, because we lost to 1-4 Texas that one year in 2015. You remember that?
With Charlie Strong?
Yeah. Ridiculous. We only had one turnover, didn't we? I gotta check that.
Yeah, it was just one turnover.
Yeah.
How many did the defense get? Was it just one? Just the pick?
Yeah, it was
by
1-1.
Turner
They
Yell?
broke even. Yeah, what was that, second quarter? And, you know, yeah, K-State, I mean, Deuce, they still have Deuce Vaughn. Their offense is obviously limited without their starting quarterback. I can't think of his name right now. But, yeah, in Texas, now that they've made the quarterback switch to Casey Thompson, like you said, I mean, that was the most points they put up since the year they won the national championship. So, I mean, keep that in mind. Like, yeah, K-State and Texas are going to be big indicators. But there was something I noticed late in the game, and that was on the offensive line. Towards the end of the game, late in the third, early in the fourth, I can't remember exactly when, Wanye Morris came in at left tackle, and they started moving the ball a lot more efficiently, and Spencer Rattler looked a lot cleaner in the pocket when Wanye came in. So that's something I'm going to be looking for next week, is if Wanye is starting at left tackle, because I think Swinson went out there to start, and we all know Swinson's play can be frustrating at times. And you know, Wanye Morris is a 5-star that's played in the SEC for multiple years. Like, why is he not playing more often? Why is it taking until the fourth quarter when we've put up 13 measly points and 200 yards of offense to maybe switch around the O-line? And I know I'm going to catch flack for questioning Bill Bedenbaugh, but he had a Joe Moore winning offensive line with a lot less talented people a couple years ago. So I don't see, you know, why the production has fallen off so sharply. And I mean, was Creed that important? Maybe he was. Maybe we all have underestimated Creed Humphrey for years, and now we're seeing that. But I don't know.
I don't know if it's a little bit of us just being spoiled on offense, or, you know, I don't know what it is, but dude, nothing is working on offense. Nothing.
Well, we haven't seen that since Lincoln's been in Oklahoma.
I know. Nobody's getting open. Nobody's blocking. You know, we're not running the ball. We're not trying to run the ball.
There's absolutely zero explosive plays. There was one to Mike Woods. I don't even know how far.
Mike Woods had a good game, I thought. Mike Woods was like the only one that showed up.
Is that number 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, dude, I don't know. And yeah, you know, K-State lost last weekend. Cool. Or yesterday. Cool. But, fellas, we got to go into Manhattan at 2:30 p.m. and play a K-State team that's kicked our ass the last 2 years.
And that's the first home game, or that's the first road game of the season.
Yeah. So, guys, I don't know. I have no idea. And then they got Texas right afterwards. I don't know. If this play continues, fellas, they're dropping about 3 or 4 different games.
Yeah, you can take away Texas. You can take away Iowa State. Those are two you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
If you play like this.
Well, Iowa State did not look good yesterday either. It's looking like it's going to be a really weird year.
They always
football.
seem to play Oklahoma well, though.
They do.
No
That's
matter
true.
what their record is.
They do.
And Baylor's undefeated.
Dude,
Oklahoma
Baylor's
State's undefeated.
looking good.
So-
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And, you look at our schedule coming up, the only one that you can really positively say, yeah, we got this one is Kansas.
Yeah.
Seriously, because you seriously...
I would say Texas Tech, too.
Maybe them too, but I mean, you got at K-State, you got versus Texas, you got TCU, you got Kansas, you got
TCU's gonna be a hard one.
Dude, I know. At Baylor.
Are we underestimating how good West Virginia's defense is? Because they were the #1 scoring defense in the country last year.
Well, they're also
They
I
were
think,
the best
#1 red
statistical
zone defense too. I think.
Yeah, they were. Their defense is definitely legit.
And I see where you're coming from, Emerson. I totally see, and I'm not looking past that. I know that West Virginia has a decent defense, but fellas, we're not the #4 team in the country.
No, we're not.
Last year, Oklahoma would have fucking smoked West Virginia. I'm completely confident they would have. It wouldn't have been 16-13. Who would have thought 16 points?
Yeah.
Who would have thought 14 points would have won this game? You know? I don't know.
I predicted 30-16, so I was close on West Virginia's score. That was a field goal off.
I picked 32-23. I wasn't right at all.
I keep having too much faith in the offense.
Dude, I
Need to
know.
I
drop
mean-
the score.
Yeah.
I know.
And, dude, okay. Like, literally, Oklahoma is one terrible snap away from losing that game.
Yeah.
That bad snap for West Virginia literally cost them the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did. If that doesn't happen, that game's going to overtime, and you can
That game's
guess.
at least going to overtime because they could kick a field goal and win the game right there. If you think about it, you know.
And that's not even saying Oklahoma gets down the field and
Yep.
kicks a field goal on their own.
Oklahoma had 19 first downs. West Virginia had 14. Total yards, 313.
I do want to say I think the OU defense did amazing yesterday.
Oh, I did too.
They did.
I do too.
But the only thing that was bothering me is that the slant route was there almost every time. And there was no adjustment to it, but, they still made plays when they needed to. There was still a lot of tackles for loss. But it was really that crossing route that was just getting hammered
Every time,
away
same
every
spot.
time. Yeah.
Perrion Winfrey was the only one with a sack in this game.
Was he?
Yeah, I mean, but this is a blueprint for everyone else in the Big 12 to figure out, yes, Oklahoma's defensive line is really good, but if you can get quick passes to the outside and neutralize that defensive line, there are ways to, score on this defense. So
And
there's a formula to beat Oklahoma, and now everyone knows it.
on top of that, you just keep their offense off the field too, like West Virginia did.
And we'll go 3 and out, and we'll punt it to you.
Yeah.
We'll give it right back to you. So
Yeah. How many minutes was that first drive? It was pretty. We didn't get the ball till like 7-something left in the first quarter, didn't we?
yeah, it's just like Nebraska game. That is exactly how it started.
Yeah.
There were 2 possessions in the first quarter. And I don't even think Oklahoma had finished their drive yet by the end of the first. I can't remember.
No, they did. Oklahoma did. There were 3 drives, I think, because
Okay.
Oklahoma went down and they scored fairly quick on their first drive, and then West Virginia got it back and just started putting along down the field. I don't know. If you had to rank Oklahoma, Emerson, what would you rank them as?
Honestly, right now, I mean, I'm looking at the rankings, dude. I'd probably have to go like 12. 12, 11. Yeah.
He's generous.
I mean, and yeah, that's being optimistic. Honestly, that's really like probably higher than they should be, if I'm being completely honest.
What'd you put him at, Nate?
Man, I would have to put him at like 20 to 21. And that's me being honest, because you lose that game. Say like you lose to Tulane.
We could be 1-3 right now.
You don't get the onside kick. They recover it. They go down. They score.
They did recover it.
Right. That's my point. You go Nebraska. Let's act like they hit all their field goals. There's another loss. West Virginia. They don't get the
doesn't happen.
Yeah, that snap doesn't happen. They stall out the rest of the half there. You're 1-3 and you beat Western Carolina 76-0. Yeah, so I think they're like a 21 type team, but I think there's still a lot of room for improvement. I think they will improve.
Well, do you guys have anything else on that? I'm going to run over some scores that we predicted, and I'm going to tell you who was right and who was wrong before we wrap this thing up.
Yeah. I just want to say, like, I mean, like the college football playoff is looking less and less realistic. I mean, do you think Oklahoma could beat Alabama or Georgia or Oregon?
I don't want to see him in it.
Or Iowa.
I don't want to see him in
or A&M. Could they beat Florida or Clemson? I mean, come on, like.
I think
Clemson
would be a good game.
I don't know, because they're both trash.
Yeah, Clemson doesn't look that good, but yeah. I mean, and I want to talk about the receivers too. I mean, we have Marvin Mims, an All-American freshman, a freshman All-American. You have Jaden Hazelwood, the 5-star. You have Mike Woods, one of the best SEC wide receivers last year, and no one's doing anything. They were blanketed all day. I mean, it looked like Rattler was going through his progressions, but he didn't have anyone to throw to most of the game. So
yeah, I just think it's kind of a play call issue. Like there's no mixing up. It's like I can predict what we're gonna do almost every time.
You do. He does predict every single time what they're gonna do, and he's almost right about every time. I don't know.
Is it time for Lincoln to hire an offensive coordinator?
I don't know.
I think Lincoln has the best mind when it comes to offense, but I think he's also overloading himself with the head coach role. He's the quarterback's coach. He's the offensive coordinator, co-offensive coordinator. But let's be honest, he's calling the plays.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, a side note, we all picked Texas to win last weekend, or yesterday.
Unfortunately, we were right.
Yeah. Emerson, you were the only one to predict SMU to win.
I told you, dude, Mordecai would probably ball out, man.
We all picked Iowa State to win. We were wrong there. Emerson, once again, was the only one that picked Duke to win. We all picked KU. We all picked Wisconsin to win. We were wrong there. And Dad and Emerson both picked Arkansas to win. Oh, and we all picked K-State to win. So we all literally,
butchered those picks.
Yeah. But just looking at this, Emerson beat everybody. So,
well, didn't K-State have a fumble in the end zone early in the game?
Totally blew it. On the 1 yard line or something like that.
Yeah,
it was stupid.
bad. Yeah.
Freaking stupid. But I'm telling you now, I'm scared for K-State and Texas. I am absolutely scared.
Yeah.
I mean, but we talked about this was like my trap game pick of the season because of those two teams that we have coming up next, K-State and Texas. This was my one where it's like, if they're going to overlook anyone, it's going to be here, especially early in the season.
But when you said that, you know, last time you watched Oklahoma, they could play offense, so you didn't know at that time that they had this stagnant offense.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's bad. Like,
it is, but you know what?
We're finding ways to win. Somehow, some way, we're winning.
Yeah,
last year, Oklahoma would have lost that game, 100%.
I think so.
Like early in the season,
Yeah.
like it would have been like K-State or Iowa State last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is that to look at. I mean, they have made plays when they absolutely needed to, and Gabe Burkich he's a beast, dude. He's got ice in his veins.
He is a beast.
I think we're gonna wrap it up. Do you guys have anything? I need everybody to wish Nick good luck. I guess we'll reveal down the road what we do for a living, but he has 2 tests coming up and he graduates school Friday, and we'll be able to make more consistent videos and do all that kind of stuff. So wish Nick good luck this week. Emerson, anything?
No. Be better, Oklahoma. You have the potential. And put Wanye Morris in.
Guys, I would like to do an episode here. Probably Nick's going to get out of class. He'll have a half day Friday. So, honestly, if you fellas want to round up a K-State fan, a good K-State fan, put him on the show. Nick, if you can think of a respectful K-State fan, we could do that. So,
Okay.
That's asking a lot.
Alrighty, well, we're going to get out of here. Nick, do you have anything?
Nope.
Alrighty. See you guys Friday. Boomer Sooner.